It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Detroit. It's the Eagles and the Lions on Sunday.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the first carry here for the running back. To the 43, second down. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here's Daniel Whelan now. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Ooh, with a juke. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. From from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sly able to put this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
On play action, here's Williams. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Option play, here's Cook. He gets away from one. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To the air, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Williams. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Eagles' 23-yard.
Looking to throw is Williams. He's got Ayuk once again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Eagles.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. To throw, Williams. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit, from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Second and 15. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
2nd and 4. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed.
Complete to Jason Reed. A gain of 7. And an Eagles first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Down to about the 23. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He hasn't had a ball touch the ground yet. 8 of 8 throwing it. Perfect so far, including the touchdown on the last drive, you remember, as they begin 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Williams. That's complete out left to Ayuk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's the option. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Back to throw. Williams. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line. Play action. Now Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 6. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Option play. Here's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To the air, Williams able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 30. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Here's Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, Williams. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. Happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got Ayuk once again. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Here's 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They're going to look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Williams. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
He'll keep it himself.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the fumble recovery had them set up at ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The slot man in to throw. It's Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to...
Back now at Ford Field. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. And complete right side to Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Williams from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. They'll give to Cook on the read option.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Williams going to look to throw again. Phillips has it running the out route. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Ayuk going to go in motion right. They'll try the middle with Cook. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to be caught by Waddle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. And they take a knee. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. The Lions are Super Bowl bound, the NFC champs. As we say, thanks for watching and good night. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got C.J. Stroud. He's fifth in the NFL in passing yards entering the Texans and the Colts. And it comes your way next.
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewer here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking a sweep, the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Jackson now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game. These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime that results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Desmond King up to make the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Pass taken in by Diggs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now about 29 yards on that play, partners. They get the chains reset.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun now for Stroud. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. And on 3rd down, the Colts going with the nickel here. From the gun, Stroud. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Desmond King up to make the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. They'll throw again. Richardson. Pittman's got it. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Taylor scores. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here comes Tank Dell. He stopped on the return at the 27. This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Connects with Mechie. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard 18 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On the option, here's Mixon. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by Julian Blackmon. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Stroud. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Juju Brents with a pick. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing now, Richardson. A quick slant into the hands of Downs. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short side option here. He's running left. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. This is reeled in by Pittman. And this almost ended worse, but it gets a yard out of it. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Richardson back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Cut by Diggs. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Stroud off the play fake. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. First down throw here from Richardson. Finds his man Downs. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running right, this is Taylor. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He gets 6 on that play, and it'll be first down, Colts. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Desmond King up to make the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Richardson now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud has a man, Dalton Schultz. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. Still working past the 40. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Stroud now. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. The Colts adding a man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, Stroud. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Stroud throwing here on first. Pass complete to Mechie. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Touchdown, Houston! I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest of the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Jackson now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Catch made by Mitchell. He's got a gain of 6 there. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Colts looking for a score before halftime. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Richardson now on 1st and 10. On target to Downs. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw again, Richardson. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Desmond King up to make the tackle. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Escapes out to the left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up 2nd down. Throwing now, Richardson. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Caught near the pylon. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. This one quickly to Dell. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds a seam down the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. First down, Stroud. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Hits him on the out route. 16 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Everly's kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. We've reached halftime. The Colts on the road and enjoying a nice little lead here. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Fields, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Next, we'll stay in the NFC West as we head up through Oregon and on to Seattle to check on the Seahawks. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown reception. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Dell now to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Texans and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They motion Dell over left. Shotgun now for Stroud. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Stroud. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing is Stroud. Looking right, and he finds him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Colts are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Desmond King up to make the tackle. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Richardson back to throw. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. 2nd down carry for Taylor. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Richardson on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Colts ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air, Stroud. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Pressure comes. Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. On play action, here's Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Throwing it again here. Into the hands of Schultz. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he gets this forward to the 19. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Keeping it with Mixon. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Stroud off the play fake. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now it's Stroud.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find something.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans make it 17-all. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. From the gun, Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Hauled in by Downs. And he gets him around 6 there. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. 3rd and just 2 to go. Trying to get it with the option. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. Option give to Taylor. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. Able to find Ertz. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Here's a give to Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Colts take a fourth-quarter lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Stroud. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. First down, Stroud. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. A give to Mixon up the middle. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. They bring Diggs in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. He completes it in traffic. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32. Hauled in left side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
A give. This is Mixon. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
A 35-yard attempt.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, okay? It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Catch made by Mitchell. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. On target to Downs. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That one's incomplete over the middle.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. This is reeled in by Pittman. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. This a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. He was money on his 1st field goal, Brock. His 2nd coming a little inside of 50 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Out now come the Texans on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw. That throw behind his intended target. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. And the Colts make... It's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off this